what number is this?
This is 2222.
Really?
2222. I'm pretty sure. Almost positive.
I thought the last one was 2222.
No, the last one was supposed to be 2222. Right? Am I wrong?
I don't know.
Maybe it's supposed to be 2223. Let's see. Let's find out. Well, regardless. People, we are live. I hope we are. I hope so.
At any rate,
I'm trying to find out.
even if we don't know
We're here.
which episode it is, we know that it's an episode.
We do.
We know that we're live.
We do.
Hello, Internet. It's your boy, Keebler. I'm in Las Vegas. It is the weekend of the final UFC card of the year, in terms of ones that actually fucking matter, and that's UFC 245. I'm sitting across from my boy Anthony.
Hey.
Anthony's behind the switches right now. He's literally trying to find out what number episode this is, because he's a son of a bitch.
Exactly.
That is not why. Anthony,
Darren.
what it do?
Not much. A lot has been happening. I have been happier. I will chair dance like I normally do, and I'll let the people see my beautiful face as I chair dance. But yeah, I am just super happy because I started doing jiu-jitsu again, and it's fun to like interact with people who I can kind of basically do what Darren did to them, except it's a little weird now because it's like I'm in somebody else's space, so it's like it seems like I'm brainwashing other people to be like me.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Culturally, the people who like perceive themselves to be that tier above you are gonna look at that like, who does he think he is?
Right. And
like that doesn't matter.
yeah.
But
It
it's
matters.
something that we need to make sure we're always aware of in the jiu-jitsu culture. Like, how you are perceived does affect the rate at which you can improve to some degree.
Yeah. Like, so I am being, the nice guy. People
You are
like
a nice
rolling
guy.
me. I do enjoy it. Got to roll with a cool wrestler guy, which was kind of cool. And he did some cool wrestler stuff, and he gave me a thumbs up on some cool wrestler stuff I did to him. He's like, "That's good. I like that. Good."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, you're a good
That's
guy.
fantastic.
You're a swell guy." What about you, sir?
I'm glad you're doing jiu-jitsu, man. What about me?
Yeah, what about you?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, it is the weekend of UFC 245. I'll be cornering Jessica Evil Eye as we march into T-Mobile Arena, slap the face off of this VV lady, and then come right back to the crib and have fun. I'm excited to be in this camp, like this camp in particular, like this training camp. Like, this is a healthy Jessica. It's no secret that she had a back issue the last camp when we fought Valentina. She made posts about this in social media, so I'm not speaking out of class here. I'm not speaking out of school. But this time I have a healthy, strong athlete that, like, I know is ready for the challenge. And I'm psyched to see her do her job. She said the other day, like, I feel like I haven't fought since last December, and that's when we fought Catlin. And I understand her mentality there. Like, she did not get to fight Valentina.
Right.
She was present during that event. But she didn't get to fight Valentina because she didn't have her full body. She didn't have her back. Like, imagine not feeling any confidence in your back and then getting into a fucking fight with another trained killer. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just like being in a convenience store and you got a sprained ankle and some dude slaps you and you got to whoop his ass. Like, this is like another person who's just as capable as you are, and you're in there looking like a wounded gazelle to some degree. Like, here's an example. The other day I'm walking and Jess is like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And she's like, "Your foot. You're not going to train today. I need you for Saturday." Now, what did she see? She saw a slight limp. You don't have to duck, man. You're all good. Casey saw the same thing, was making fun of me. It's like people that are in combat sports are trained to see your weakness in your movements. They're trained to see it. So whether or not somebody ratted and said, "Hey, Jess is having a problem with her back, you should go and attack that," right? Or Valentina looked across the cage and saw a movement and was like, "I don't think she's strong in this one position." Like, you go in compromise, it's going to be obvious.
Yeah.
Just as obvious as my walk, you know? And now, she is not compromised. Now it's time to make her compromise to her. Like, it's time to make Vivi compromise to us. It's going to be a fun day.
Yeah. No, it sounds good.
It's going to be a fun day, man.
It's gonna be an exciting night. It's gonna be a nice, relaxing night.
And then we'll see what they do with the young girl. We'll see what they do with Vivi after we're done. Because they've been making strange choices as of late. And
Yeah.
I'm speaking about Liz Carmouche. They've been making strange choices as of late. And if it's not a strange choice, it was definitely a strange execution. You know what they did to Liz Carmouche?
I do. I'm very well aware.
Liz Carmouche just fought Valentina for the belt.
Yep.
Now, was it an exciting fight? Was it a good fight? I would say absolutely not. I would say absolutely not. It was boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay? But be that as it is, like, she fought the champion of the world. And while she's out doing charity shit, she gets fired.
Yeah.
That's some cold shit.
Yeah, it's super cold.
Now, the other thing is, it's a cold world. And if you're not able to put asses in seats and they don't feel like anybody cares about you, they might let you go. And that's a heads up to everybody. Now, whether that's good or bad, that's pimp shit. The pimp slapped everybody and was like, look, I'll fire you at any time.
Yeah.
What have you done for us lately? Except for go to charity shit, which we will fire you at.
Yeah.
Just so you're clear.
No, it was pretty messed up. And you know what's even funnier about that?
What?
Is that then you see, I think it was Daniel Cormier and Michael Bisping tweet, like, we love our job.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
Like, the UFC is nice to
They get the
me.
fucking canes out and the soft shoes.
Yeah.
Start doing dances for daddy. Like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
You want job security. You have families. Like, speaking of job security, let's talk about Colby.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Colby Covington and how everybody's dumb as fuck. Except for Colby Covington. Colby Covington was on the verge of getting cut by the UFC. He was going to be cut. And now he is the former, because they stripped him, interim champion of the world, and he is fighting for the legit title. In Vegas on the end of the year card. Main event. And now people are saying that what he did to get there is wrong, that he's making the wrong choice by now saying, yes, that entire thing, like me dressing up, the way I talked, talking about banging on these girls, this is a character. They're like, oh, no, that's a mistake. You can't do that. Look, man, he needed to create something to get you to talk until he was in the spot where he could actually talk. Now he's in the spot. Now he's the number one guy facing somebody for the belt to become champion of the world. Now he can talk. Now he can say, this is who Colby Covington is, because now you might give a fuck. When he was about to get cut, if he had been like, this is who I am, guys, he would have been on the fucking cutting room floor, like fucking Brian Callen in the Joker movie. He would have been out of that. He would have been out of it. Cut out of the deal. But he didn't do that. He put on a blue suit, put on a MAGA hat, and he swung the bat at his future, and he hit it out of the fucking park. And now he's the main event guy.
Yeah.
And now he's like, hey, guys, here's something about me. Here's who I really am. And people want to be critical of that. Even tell him how to execute.
Yeah.
You can't tell that man how to execute. He executed better than anybody in the game.
He did. So.
Executed better than anybody in the game. Because everybody else that kind of sort of does that, they're just being themselves to an amplified level. Like, Conor is Conor. He may behave differently with different people, but there's a piece of him that just feels that way. It just feels that way.
Yeah.
No one has done a character since Chael. And even Chael was a bit of himself. It was like he would lie about something and make it funny.
Yeah.
Like the whole like carrot and bus thing with the Nogueiras.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear that gimmick?
I've
Where he
heard.
was like, he tried to feed a carrot to a bus.
Yeah.
He thought a bus was a horse. Like, he didn't really think that. That never really happened. But he says that with conviction, right?
Yeah.
Like he, to a degree, played a character. Colby went full off the fucking reservation. I'm going to play this character. And now that he's got the spot, He wants to turn babyface, and I say let him. I think he's a good babyface. I saw that dude face to face. He was acting like he was a babyface.
Yeah.
Nice guy.
He
Nice guy. He had nice people around him.
he probably is. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
God bless me. Good God.
Bless you.
Yeah. I thought I was gonna pop my rib out. So so how would you? Well, since we're gonna talk about people talking about him not executing well, how would you have done it? Is there a better way you would have done it? Do you have it?
The only thing is, I would have tried something that was a little bit more authentic, but like he had to go with the hottest things to do, and like there's nothing you can do right now in America in the last 2 years. There's nothing edgier or more crazy you can do than support the fucking president of this country, which is insane.
Yeah.
Just to say that sentence. The fucking most outlandish thing you can do to draw the most heat right now in America is to support the president of the country.
Yeah.
As backwards as that is, it's true. So that's what he went with. And then he added the Playboy. Nobody likes a Playboy. If you say you're slinging dick, everybody hates you.
Yeah.
Right? So now you've got 2 girls with you, and you're talking about Donald Trump. That's it. Now you're a heel, But are you actually doing anything wrong? You're supporting the president and enjoying being a single wealthy guy. You're not doing anything wrong.
It's like for
But these are the things that we judge people for.
Yeah.
Right now. Right now in America, you cannot like the president. It's wrong. Diego. Is it not?
No, you're right. You're right. It's wrong. It's in a lot of circles. It's wrong to like the president.
And so he rocked the hat and he went full heel. And I don't know what his actual political stances are. I don't know. I don't know if he supports the president of the United States the way that I support the president of the United States. Where I just whoever the president is, I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that you do a good job and that you don't blow up the world.
Yeah.
That's how I support the president. I have shit to do. I don't know enough about the issues to actually know about your policies. I'm not going to pretend like I do. Do I think he ever grabbed a woman by her pussy?
Sure.
No. Do I know that anyone that's ever been in public office has talked like that before? Yes. Because only dominant male monkey motherfuckers do those kinds of things, and that's how they speak. So it's so I have no issue with the guy. I support him like I support anything else that's already existing. I support the existence of every bridge that currently functions. I support that. I don't want them to fall apart.
Right.
Because bad shit will happen if they do. I support Donald Trump like that.
Well, you need to get your facts straight first. First off, he definitely grabbed some girl by her pussy. That's not even a doubt. That's not even a doubt in my mind. He is as rich as he is. I would not. It's you can't tell me that didn't happen.
Well, but who hasn't?
No. Who's gotten away with it? It's no. Who's gotten away with it? Everybody's.
Who's got away with
Somebody's.
got away with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's everybody gets away. It's some people get away with it, and some people don't. Some people just get. It's it's not the right move to move at the right time, and you just get slapped. So
Now here's the thing.
Not talking.
How does the movie end?
Of Kobe?
Yeah, because of course it's not the end of his career, win or lose. But this movie ends this weekend. This Colby had a pink slip in the mail. To Colby puts on the red MAGA hat. To Colby gets to be champion of the world. He gets his chance. This is the climax of the fucking movie. How does the movie end? I think he beats him. I think he beats Kamaru Usman and gets to be champion of the world. And everybody boos. And he gets to be guys, I don't think he's stuck anymore. It goes straight babyface in the middle of the ring. I would love that. It would make me really happy.
I think this is what's going to happen. I think that if he does win, he's going to get hated on more than Tyron Woodley.
Oh, they're gonna boo.
No. I mean, no. Not like that. I mean, in terms of company wide, he will become they will hate him just as much as they will hate Tyron Woodley.
What?
Yeah, not for the fact of anything else, but that I'm not saying that he did the story wrong.
No, dude. Imagine a world where he goes absolute babyface, not where he just says, "Hey, that was a character," right?
I get what you're saying.
So, all right. So No, you don't, you son of a bitch.
Okay.
You don't- Yeah, it's not about
Kissing
sex.
babies, building houses for
I'm
homeless.
saying, yeah, exactly. Now,
I-
all right, now you're talking.
Yeah, I get what you're
Now you
saying.
get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but
But does the audience get what I'm saying?
I'm sure they do.
Just because we have a psychic connection, Anthony, it's been over 200 episodes. We got to make sure that every motherfucker understands my point here. So,
Right.
like, Colby went, I love Donald Trump, and I love pussy. And I love me, and I'm the best. You all suck. Right? Now, what if Colby says, look, I support the president, but because he's the president, what I really want to do is apologize for calling you guys all filthy and saying that you suck. And the way that I can do that as your champion is I can, like, feed the homeless and build houses for people and, like, walk old ladies across the street and, like, like, here's me with a puppy.
Yeah.
I'm with her.
I don't know. I just can see it just being like, it just turns like they just kind of like just like ignore him. Like it's not like they hate him or I'm sure your way's gonna be right. But if I was the UFC, I'd be like, man, this dude's about to become the most boring guy in the UFC. Like you thought Tyron
Don't
Wood.
anticipate what he's gonna do. You didn't anticipate this move. Don't anticipate what he's gonna do. If you're the UFC, you can't say, "Oh fuck, he broke kayfabe. Now it's over." Well, maybe he's gonna reinvent himself again. Give him the space to do that.
Maybe, but like you know what would have to happen? If I was a storyteller, if I could pull all the strings, is like his dad or mom would have to die.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Anthony.
I'm just saying, like
You went dark.
I'm just saying, so he
You're
becomes
like, you know
this.
what would make him a star again?
Yeah, if his mom died.
You lost somebody close.
Yeah, like
If I could kill your mom, I could make you famous.
like better yet, he loses the belt like when his mom dies. Like that's what happens. Like his mother dies when he loses the belt as he's losing the fight. His mother
Oh
slowly
my God.
dies, and then that's what happens. He becomes this stoic man that's just like all about redemption, and and then you got like a little Rocky movie going on, where
All right, so I got Colby by decision, you motherfucker. You sick fuck. I've got Colby by decision.
this is all just a joke. I have Kobe 4th round ground and pound.
Ooh, you think he stops Marty?
Yeah, if he controls
I
Marvin,
met that dude briefly too in the cafe. He seemed nice.
yeah.
So I'm just kidding with the Marty shit.
If he can control
I
him,
get that you want your name to be recognized as the name that you were born with,
Right.
Mario. I know.
yeah, you're gonna fit in with those white boys. I get it.
But I think he's gonna lose by decision. I don't think he's gonna get stopped. I think that'll be very hard to do.
I think.
But I respect your opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
4th round for Colby.
I want it to be something. It should be something exciting. It cannot be a decision. It has to be something where stoppage happens.
What about Max?
Oh, Max Holloway versus who knows? Who knows? Dynamo versus
So Max Holloway
yeah.
is also putting his belts on the line this weekend against Alexander Volkanovski.
Yes.
And I'm gonna call the upset. I'm gonna say Alexander, and I'm gonna say it by ground and pound in the second.
I don't know.
I'm wilding.
I
That's
don't
where
know.
I'm going.
I don't know. I would also like to recant my private conversation statement that I don't think Max is sleepy anymore.
Oh?
Oh yeah, I don't think so. I think it might have been just like a
Well,
day.
now you've outed yourself, so it's no longer a private conversation.
All right. So basically, for all those listening, there was a once upon a time, maybe a year or two ago, Max Holloway was doing an ESPN interview with Michael Bisping and what's his name? I can't remember his name. Kenny Florian. And during that interview, you could see that Max Holloway's speech was slurred and a little bit slow, and he was, not looking well. And that resulted in him having some undisclosed illness and then being off the fight. And now that he's back and healthy, if you look at one of the embeddeds, I think it's the second UFC embedded for this. What's the number? 45?
I'm still listening.
What's the UFC number?
What's the UFC number?
Yeah.
That was, I don't know.
No. I mean this one.
238 maybe?
No, this one.
Oh, 245.
Okay, yeah, 245. So now, if you look at the UFC embedded for 245, like the second episode, you can see him where his speech is slurred a little bit. He's a little bit sleepy, and I know this is the fight game and all, but I was a little concerned. But now it's over.
Maybe he actually needed a nap.
Maybe.
Son of a bitch.
He's actually
you
tired.
judgmental bastard.
Hey. Well, All I know is I hope the Hawaiian still wins. It'd be nice to have him around.
Now he did have a history though, and you're right. Like he had a history of this strange, slurred speech, droopiness in the face, and you thought you saw a hint of that, and now you think, I was mistaken, or it is past.
Yeah.
You may not have been mistaken. Maybe it's just past, right? And maybe that's how it works. Maybe it's like, maybe that comes and goes. Like, do you ever hear of a thing called Bell's palsy?
Yeah.
For some people, it manifests in their face. It'll contort their face, but like it can be brought on by stress,
Hmm.
and then it can just go away,
Yeah.
right? So like there could be something similar to that going on, and it's kayfabe, but you can't kayfabe things too much. Like if your face is uncontorted and like you're talking weird, but like it could be something just that simple. Like who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? But he's scheduled to fight. There seems to be nothing wrong. But I think Volkanovski has some tools and can make things dangerous for him.
Yeah.
And I like the upset. It just feels like something to me. I feel it in my chest. That's not on paper. There's no science there. I didn't do any math problems. That's just like the same way that any other idiot calls a fight on feeling. I'm doing the same thing with that one. So to be clear.
Using your
Not
gut.
like, as a jiu-jitsu black belt, I think. It's like, no. I have a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I'm just posting my weird feelings on the internet like the rest of you cunts. Just posting my weird feelings on the internet. And then there's Randomy and Amanda Noon. Do you think anyone's going to beat Amanda?
Not
Do you
unless,
think anybody is going to fuck with a lioness right now?
not unless her name's Clarissa Shields and she knows how to have some wrestling defense.
Man, I mean, all right. Jermaine punches straight and hard as fuck.
Yeah.
That has to be a fucking thing in consideration. Like, if you squint, she looks like she's a fucking man punching straight up. Like
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. Like, just like look at her throwing punches
Clarissa Shields.
and squint. No,
Oh. Amanda Nunes?
Jermaine.
Oh, Jermaine. That's right. I don't know why I got Jermaine. Yeah, Jermaine.
Jermaine Durand to me.
I mean, like, I don't need to look at
It's
punches.
not that she's not beatable. I'm just pointing out she punches hard as fuck and straight as fuck.
I can show you a picture right now that make
Those
you
are facts.
make you not sure if you're even looking at a man.
I'm not trying to say that.
Hey, I know. It's
I'm
just,
saying exactly what I'm saying.
I get it.
So that's a dangerous person. Man.
She can hit
It's a
hard.
dangerous fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially.
Anyone that can crack like that. And you can say, oh, but Cyborg can crack. And it's like, well, yes. But, like, the way that she moves is not the same way that Jermaine moves.
Yeah.
Jermaine moves differently.
Also,
Much trickier, too. She's very tricky.
she has a lot of great footwork. I
So-
mean, she outclassed Holly Holm in like a straight, more or less a kickboxing fight.
Yeah. So we're going to have to see. But I just think Amanda has too many motherfucking tools here, man. Like, I don't think you can beat the Lioness right now at 145. You know what's interesting, though?
What?
Ali might have talked me into some shit in an interview.
Oh.
Ali, I don't want to missay his last name, but the famous manager, Ali. You know what I'm
yes.
talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He said that he thinks Kayla Harrison is going to be the greatest mixed martial arts woman of all time. Now she's fighting at 55.
Yeah.
She's in a completely different organization.
Correct.
Now, why would I mention this?
Mm.
Why do I think it's even something worth discussing? The reason I think it's worth discussing is that they're both on ESPN. And so that means, and that PFL signing happened after the UFC signing. And there's no fucking way that they would do that if there was going to be a huge problem with the UFC. There has to be some kind of overlapping
Feeders.
coolness. And it's not like I don't see Ray Sefo in the motherfucking PI.
Right.
You know, if you're chilling in the hot tub with me,
It's like, what are we doing?
I have a feeling that everything's cool, everything's good in the hood. between the PFL and the UFC, and you have the same place to meet, right? So, like, what if Amanda Nunes obliterates Jermaine Germaine? What if she, like, beats her in under a minute like she did Cyborg?
Yeah.
And then Kayla, which I can't imagine she won't, wins the fucking 155 female tournament on New Year's Eve. Or close to it, whatever the fuck it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And she becomes a millionaire on that night. Because that's what they're giving out. It's $1 million to win a division in the PFL. Why can't that be a fight on ESPN? Why can't that be a fight on ESPN? And it doesn't have to be an entire card even. You can be so creative with these events now. It could be like a 1-hour special. Where they're like, we're going to put this woman against this woman for this reason. We don't think there's anybody their size who's doing it any better who can touch either one.
There's a few things.
I'm fantasy booking.
All
Let
right.
me have some fun, Anthony.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
Let me enjoy my life. I'm calling Amanda Nunes, and I'm going to say rear naked choke, round 1. She has the ability to take her down.
Yeah. She can do it all.
And Jermaine's not going to have the skills to stay with her on the floor.
No. She can strike for sure, but them
She'll turn, she'll get finished.
them grapplings, she's not gonna last long. All right, let me read you something quick about the Kamaru Usman, then we'll get back on track. So I know you want to go off.
I
About
do need to get ready
yeah. So well,
later than I thought.
yeah, so we'll do this and then we'll do the weird news and then we'll be good. So Kamaru, this is basically the panel of all the current champions that are fighting this weekend, talking about Colby Covington breaking kayfabe. And kayfabe is when you know the fact that what is it? It's the illusion that wrestling is real. So basically, the illusion that the personality, who he is acting as, is real. And so the first one comes from Max Holloway. That's heavy, cuz I'm gonna use his Hawaiian accent. If you're going to put up an act, I think you got to stay with the act. When you retire, like WWE guys, they do their stuff and they keep that act no matter where they are at. And then when they retire, then they talk about, oh, it was an act. I'm kind of surprised that he came out of nowhere and said that. Holloway jokingly said, it got me shook.
All right, first of all, Mr. Holloway, I have so much respect for Max Holloway. But this is an ignorant statement. This is not correct, right? Wrestling has been breaking kayfabe for years and making a profit off of breaking kayfabe. So this is like active wrestlers talking about real shit in their life. Like, this is not new, right? Like, so you're living in 1975. You're like, really, you're like in 84. That's the latest you are. That's when, like, you get pulled over with a bag of weed and there's a good guy and a bad guy in the same car and everybody found out that everything's bullshit, right? Like, so that's just not the case. You do break kayfabe as a wrestler, and you do it to make money. And I think that's what he's doing here. He's literally following the pro wrestling blueprint that all of you motherfuckers refuse to follow. And it's going to get him paid. And everybody else has to bleed more to get as much money as he's going to get. And I don't know what you're being paid, Mr. Holloway. I don't know. But I would guess that it took you more fights to get paid what you're getting paid than it took Colby. I'm going to guess that the Colby that had the new game plan of putting on that blue suit ascended the pay ranks faster than you did.
Most likely.
That's all I'm saying. And so you can't tell that guy how to do his job. You are great at winning fights. And that's why everyone cares about you. But, like, that's it. That's why. It's not because of what you say or what you do. People care more, like, character-wise, people care more about seeing his son dance than they care about hearing anything Max Holloway says.
Yeah.
They want to see Max Holloway fight. So the only character in his entire camp is a child. You can't tell Colby how to do his job.
Yeah. And then you want to hear Usman?
Yeah, tell me what he said too.
If you get
I'll
it,
burn him down just the same.
if you're putting on an act, You gotta sell that. That's your shit. But that just lets me know his weakness. Come on, let's dissect this thing. You're already fighting the way out. People don't hate once I get once I get beat up on Saturday. Wait, hold on, wait, what? People don't hate. Once I get beat up on Saturday, don't hate me because I was just putting on an act because when they were going to cut me. Do you guys realize that when I fought Tyron Woodley here in the same exact building, I had my open workout. He showed up as somebody's open workout. If you want to be the champ, you want to show up at the champ's open workout and try to distract him, right? Why didn't you show up at mine? Because he knew what was going to happen. He knew I was the fight he didn't want. He's always been showing his cards for a long time, and then something about Kobe Covington ducking him in his first professional fight ever.
Okay, I mean that's what he has to say and how he has to think. Like, it's just a way of spinning it so that he feels confident.
Right.
You know? Like, you want to take any action that guy does, like that your opponent does, and draw confidence from it. So that's a reasonable spin for him, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's accurate.
Right.
I don't think he's doing it because it's gonna make him look better when he gets beat up. That's not it. That's not the motivation. The motivation is, I did these things to get all the attention I needed to be in this spot, this exact spot. And now that I'm here, I'm going to let you in on this fucking secret. Like, here I am. This is really me.
Right.
That's intriguing. And this is jealousy coming from these guys.
Right.
Jealousy.
And then Amanda Nunes weighs in, which I don't think her weigh-in really matters because her success is not needed for her to be a character, but two-division champ Amanda Nunes said she couldn't entertain the idea of putting on a persona because her family and friends wouldn't quickly bring her back to earth. They have me on a leash, for sure, because this lifestyle is crazy. You don't know how to handle it sometimes, but that's why you surround yourself with good people who have your back.
Okay, so she just gave insight about her own personality and didn't say anything about it, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's
Right.
essentially like, you ask me a question and I just tell you a story and like say, I don't really give a fuck about that.
Right.
And I could never do that.
Right.
Like
It's like well,
that was a good answer.
It's like, well,
that was a good answer. 'Cause it keeps her away from drama and it still gives insight into who she is and
Right.
how she lives and what she
Right.
thinks. Cool.
It's like, but you don't need to do that. You beat 4, and some people say 5 by what's that thing where you I fought you.
Look,
So
when other people say you might be the greatest of all time, you don't have to do anything
right,
else.
5 best.
You don't have to work at a character. But if no one gives a fuck about you, you got to give them a reason to give a fuck about you.
Right.
That's it. And so, they were in different lanes. That's why she doesn't have to do that. That's why she can stay grounded.
Yeah.
That's why,
Plus,
because you're the fucking best right now.
Yeah.
Right? So that's your job, is to stay grounded. No one gives a fuck. My job is to get people to give a fuck, because when they do, I'll get paid real money. Because these concussions are real as fuck. I need my check to be just as real as these stitches.
Yeah.
That's it.
Beating the 4 best, greatest of all time women, or 5, by violence, by true violence, is way better than saying I beat 4 or 5 guys that are ranked this much.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, let's get the weird news and then we'll get you out of here. Ba ba ba. All right, so let's see, which one do I want to lead up with? Oh, so in your city as of right now, someone is putting tiny cowboy hats on pigeons in Las Vegas, and animal rescue workers are out to remove them.
All right, first of all, how dare you call Las Vegas my city?
Your current city.
In the city in which I reside, Cleveland is my city. But I understand the misconception.
Yeah.
I understand the confusion.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, so now, someone's running around putting cowboy hats on pigeons.
Yes.
Do they have the little gimmick under the chin, or are they gluing the hats to the heads of the pigeons?
I don't know. I'm going to have to see.
Also, pigeons are monsters.
Yeah, they're just rats with wings. They're rats with wings. Let's see.
I want to know how these hats are attached. I need details.
Nobody.
Really, obviously, I'm just looking for some evidence of cruelty before I endorse it.
I'm guessing it's probably glued on because they don't mention how he was doing it. And
But these hats are remaining on these fucking pigeons?
yeah, the hats have been remaining on these pigeons.
All right, I'm gonna say right now I haven't seen any of these pigeons yet.
I'll
So
okay.
I don't know if they immediately leave Vegas like everybody else that comes here. But I haven't seen a pigeon with a cowboy hat on just yet.
Yeah, nobody. They don't have any interviews from any of the people.
Is it? And why are we assuming this is the dude? Has he been caught?
Someone. Oh, I assumed he was a guy.
Oh, see, we're assholes. We have to be. You know what year it is, Anthony?
No, don't know. Don't care.
It's 2019.
Year of the dog. Don't give a fuck. It's like year.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it inappropriate to say bless you if you're like agnostic-ish?
Nah, I think it's fine. Oh, let's go back real quick. Let's run backwards for a second. We gotta break down the quintet card, and then we'll be done.
Cool.
All right. So Team UFC. So by the way, quintet is the 5-on-5 grappling tournament where it's like 1-on-1, but you're in a team of 5, and then if your guy wins, he moves on and fights the next guy in their team, and it doesn't really matter about weight. And there's a bunch of other rules, but you should look it up online.
Like Survivor Series.
Yeah. So Team UFC,
Survivor Series rules.
There you go. Team USA has Anthony Smith, who's actually gonna fight this time. Amazing.
Oh, I just met that dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was training with Craig Jones at the UFC PI.
That makes sense.
And I saw him in the locker room when we were talking about technique and shit. I learned some shit.
So we got him, Anthony Johnson, Sean O'Malley, Clay Guida, and Gilbert Burns.
Okay. Yeah, I've been seeing all those dudes around.
Yeah.
Okay, that all makes sense.
Then Team Pride is Sakuraba.
Oh my god.
Taka-
If I see Saku, I will actually fucking pop.
Takanori.
Like, all right,
There's
look,
a lot of them there, though. There's a lot you're gonna see this weekend.
look, if I see Saku
Yeah.
this weekend, I will walk directly to him and ask for a photo and probably piss my pants.
There you go.
Nobody else can do that to me.
Oh.
Who else is on Team Pride?
Takanori Gomi.
Oh my god, Gomi is here. Shut the fuck up. That's the only other person that's doing this. Keep going so I can fucking take a piss in my pants right now.
Gregor Gracie. Hector
Yeah, he
Lombard.
was in Bushido.
Hector Lombard, and then Eve Edwards.
Cool.
Then WEC is Chad Mendez, Glover Teixeira, Mark Munoz, and Cub Swanson. Oh, and James Krause, Krause. I don't know. Kraus. Then Team Strikeforce, or I like to call Team Winners, Gilbert Melendez, Jake Shields, Muhammad Lawal.
Mo Lawal.
Mo Lawal, yeah, Mo Lawal.
King Mo. Now he's a pro wrestler.
Gasis Cavalasente, I don't know who that is.
Jay-Z Cavalcanti.
Yeah. And then Renato Sobral. So, I don't know.
That's Babalu.
Babalu. That's right, yeah, Babalu. And then you got Gordon Ryan versus Alex Godlensky, Cynthia Calvillo versus Danielle Kelly, and Craig Jones versus Fredson Payaxo. Paxao.
Craig Jones versus Fredson. All right, so Fredson, I grappled Fredson like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And during that grappling session, I was knocked completely unconscious. For
Really?
At least a half a second or a full second. Yeah. So we were grappling, and I got foot swept, and the back of my head went on the mat. And I went out, and when I woke up, he was still passing my guard, so I couldn't have been out long.
Yeah.
Because he wouldn't have kept passing my guard. I wouldn't have had a guard, or he would have been waking me up. Right?
Maybe.
Like, he either would have been mounted or on side control, or just standing above me trying to wake me up.
Maybe. Or
so I couldn't have been out long.
I don't know, Darren. You might have some superpower. You might be able to be the unconscious grappler. You just do it so much that it's just in your brain.
What's really funny is he was like, "Man, you've got a really good guard." And I was like, "Me?
It's like, yeah, you.
Guard?
It's like, yeah, man.
Okay."
It's really weird. People who don't.
To me?
Yeah, because you utilize, dude. I thought about that for a while, and it made so much sense to me. It's like
It's
people.
'cause I do different shit.
No, it's not just that. It's not just that.
What is it?
It's like if you don't, because you're not really a guard player. You're more of you're a heavy top player, and so it's like guys who actually utilize the guard for what it's worth and what it's for are actually really good at the guard if you think about it, because you're using it in the most simplest ways ever to execute things that you really want to do. It's like, I really want to be able to sweep you so I can get on top and whoop your ass. I really want to be able to submit you, or I really want to be able to get up and create space so I can stand up and then take you down and pass your guard. It's like,
Yeah.
if you're really good at doing those things, you're really good at the guard.
So you have a good guard. I'm like, you have a good foot sweep.
It's like,
I almost died.
it's like you should have been like, what happened? So
That being said, I don't think that he's at a level right now where he can deal with Craig Jones.
right,
Craig is young and good,
and he's a monster.
and I think much bigger than Fredson.
Let's see.
Fredson, when he was fighting competitively, fought at 145.
Jesus.
He's bigger than that now. He's probably like 160, 165.
Let's search. Oh wow.
But they'll bill it as like multiple-time world champion, but he's older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's in his 40s.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. He's like 140.
He's signed on the line that is dotted.
Right.
So he's coming out there looking for a kill. It will be stupid for Craig Jones to be like, let me be careful, just old guys.
Nah,
If that old guy's dangerous as fuck, you better go hard.
Craig Jones. Yeah. So who's the team you think is going to come out on top? UFC, Pride, WEC, or Strikeforce?
Whatever team has Craig Jones on it's going to win.
On the Craig Jones is a super fight.
Where the fuck did that come from?
That's for me. I pass it along.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Does it work that way?
It does. If I sneeze and you're in my presence, you'll eventually sneeze because of me. So,
Okay,
yeah, Craig Jones is not a part of the quintet thing. He's just a super fight.
I'm going to say Team UFC wins.
Okay, that's fair. I'm thinking Team Strikeforce, only because of Jake Shields and Lawler.
Jake good. Jake good.
Lawler could.
Jake very good.
Yeah, Jake's like a
I saw
beast.
him and Gil in the fucking in the airport, in the fucking elevator on my way to go get my fucking UFC kit.
Yeah,
And it's like, it's difficult to know whether it's acceptable to talk to these guys about shit. Like, 'cause I'll be like, do I want to talk to him about that last match I just saw him do? And I'm like, nah, I don't really want to fucking talk to him about it, 'cause
Yeah.
I don't know how he feels about it, and like, he probably doesn't care. He's probably like, yeah, this is what happened, and blah, 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 blah.
yeah,
But like, nah, I'll just skip it. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get my gear and get the fuck out of here.
yeah.
Like, that's usually how I feel. But if I cross paths with Kazushi Sakuraba this weekend, I will stop whatever the fuck it is I'm doing. As long as I'm not walking to and from the cage for Jessica beating up Vivi, like, if I'm not doing that, whatever I'm doing is not important enough. Like,
Yeah.
I will walk over to him and I'll be like, excuse me, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Pro wrestler.
That would probably make him more
Training.
excited. That'll make him way more excited than you're like, I'm an MMA fan or I am grappling fan.
Armbar.
Yeah. Darren's gonna be like, I like pro wrestling. I love that a lot. I know you because of that. That's your real thing. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. He gets all
Like,
shocked.
yeah, I know you do this fighting shit on the side.
Yeah.
Anthony.
All right. Last thing. All right, last thing before we go. You want to see a creepy bodybuilder who what his love is? What do you think his love is? He loves
His love, hamsters.
No, it's even worse than
Oh, a doll?
It's a doll, but it gets really weird.
How? I mean, it's already weird.
And I
How
got
much weirder than a doll can it be?
he wants to get plastic surgery. He speaks for the doll and wants to get plastic surgery for the doll. So the doll tells him things that she's like
Oh, but at least she's pretty.
yeah. But she wants to get plastic surgery. The girl is having some self-esteem issues.
Oh, she doesn't feel good about herself?
No. Yeah.
So his piece of plastic wants plastic surgery?
Yeah.
Are we sure this isn't a work?
No, this is real. I looked for his Instagram picture. Like they have, like, if it's not real, it's been going on for 8 months at least.
It's a long troll.
Yeah. Like look at
So
this.
he's like, I'm in love with this doll, but she's got this self-esteem issue, and I've been trying to work it out with her, but looks like she's gonna have to go under the knife, and he'll just have to buy a new face for her.
I don't know. I don't know how that works, dude. I'm not gonna try. That's the world I do not want to delve into.
That's what you would do. All right, so imagine I had a real doll. Right? Imagine I had a real doll, and I wanted to be like, I think Bethany is having a self-esteem issue about her nose. Then I just fucking call the real doll people, and I'm like, hey, I need another Bethany, but I need her nose to be more like a button and less like a point. And then I sent them the fucking cash, and then I ripped off Bethany's face because I can do that because she's not a person.
Well,
and then I recovered her fucking skull with the new face, with the button nose. Then I could be like, Bethany went under the knife, and now her self-esteem is back up, but she's having some second thoughts about her breath.
no, see, I don't think so, Darren. Only because the way you handled it in the middle of the story is like so heartless and callous. This guy would be like, no. He'd pay doctors. Like he sent pictures to. Yeah.
What?
So she sent pictures to He sent pictures to plastic surgeons to ask him if they could do this. Like this wasn't like, oh yeah, like
This is an elaborate work.
this is elaborate work. I want this to be real. I want this guy.
Because-
Look at his
No, because
outfits.
otherwise, you would take real steps toward making it happen. Like calling a doctor is not making it happen.
I know, but come on. I want the story to be real.
So you're not that delusional. You're not that delusional.
Maybe he is. That's the whole point. Like maybe it's been like a kind of like a slow progression. Like
He'd be in the hospital already. No way.
I
He'd
think.
be in fucking hospital already.
Why? You don't know
Not
that
that
dude.
delusional.
You don't know what kind of girl she is.
To work.
You know what kind of girl he has in his head. You don't know. You're telling me it's a work. She could be a very cautious lady that is like still doubting herself about it, and he's just going out and doing the legwork for her. You don't know.
No, the people in your life, if you were posting this on social media on a regular basis, and it wasn't a work, would have already 5150'd you. Like,
Maybe.
you're like, this is my doll girlfriend. Dude, not Anthony, you are Anthony.
Yeah.
If Casey suddenly is like, dude, I'm really serious about this doll. We're going to go see a doctor. Like,
I get that.
We're not going to be like, oh, it's a face, he'll grow out of it. Like,
Well, he's a grown up. I hope not.
we're going to the fucking hospital. Like,
I'm just saying.
well, this guy has a fucking full beard and he's bald. He's a grown up too. Like,
Yeah, but
he doesn't have a doll
I,
that he thinks needs plastic surgery.
all right. Well, I say everybody follow Yori Toko Chico on Instagram, and we can watch the progression of their life and see if they get married or not, and see what happens and how long it takes. Just give this guy some
I hope they
views.
do get married.
I want to see. He's a bodybuilder, so you don't know. That's all he can get.
An amateur bodybuilder. He's not full at all. This dude sucks. Anthony?
Yeah.
It's been a lovely podcast. The next time I talk to you will be post-fight,
Woo!
and it'll be from the crib of the victors.
Mm.
And I'm excited about that moment. Until then, I say goodbye and good night. Anthony,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon. This is goodbye for real.
All right.
Goodbye, Internet. XOXO.
Peace. Stop the stream.